Hello Chris, so my machine just arrived via UPS. Now this video it will not be publicized, made public. It's just for you, just for your watching. I really want you to see this because I had been planning to buy such a machine for a long time. And then when I saw this machine on eBay, I mean the price was good. And the fact that it came with a total of 6 videotapes made it even more special, and also the fact that those videotapes they actually have television recordings with wonderful commercials, which I do plan to upload to YouTube in the near future. I don't really rush these things. Okay, now this is the box. No, it is quite big. I am standing right next to it. It's up to my hip. So yes, it did use quite a large box for this machine because it is quite a big machine. I mean, you're probably familiar with this format, the Cartrivision format. You've probably seen it quite a few times before. Let me go ahead and open this box. I'll probably make another video doing such a thing. I really wanted to see this machine. Alright, so let's go ahead and open it. Very nice box. Oh wow, they actually double boxed this machine, which is wonderful. See right here. See, you don't see the machine right away. You see yet another box. That means that this machine is very well protected. It has sort of like this. Oh, I've never seen this kind of packaging. This is like a denim, repurposed denim material. I've used this, for example, insulation for homes, but I've never seen this used for shipping protection. All right, now this is going to be quite a challenge here because it is quite a big. Oh wow. Yeah, when they just arrived about 10 minutes ago, and I noticed that it was 2 people. They actually needed 2 people to move this machine up to my apartment because I live on a second-story apartment. Yeah, they needed 2 people. I mean, UPS is the best. I mean, they get it done. They have the hand trucks. They have the manpower to deliver such things. All right. Oh wow, this is not gonna be easy at all. You know what? I might just have to sacrifice this box. Let me try not to sacrifice it. Let me kind of just flip it over and kind of remove the box. This is gonna make quite a mess here, but I really don't care. Okay. Wow, this is a lot of work right here. All right, I'm gonna have to move my camera over here. I need more space. Like I told you, I live in a small little tiny studio. I do not have much space. Alright, let me flip this over. Wow. There it is. Yeah, that made quite a mess here. But like I told you, I don't care. Okay, let me put this box away. Oh wow. My living room floor is literally littered right now with a bunch of khaki peanuts. Look at this. Yeah, that's crazy. So let me go ahead and wow, this is kind of fun. Okay, let me just remove all of this stuff. Let me kind of scoot this over. I'm actually in my living room / bedroom. I actually sleep right here. I don't have an actual bedroom because this is technically considered, that would be a studio apartment. So yes, this is the other box right here. I'm gonna kind of fix my tripod here. All right, that's better. Let me go ahead and open that box up there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do quite a bit of cleaning after I finish this video. Very excited. I've never actually seen one of these machines in person because they're so incredibly rare. There really weren't many of these machines made. And also, they weren't made for too long. They were made for about a year or so, between 1972 and 1973. So it did fail. It actually failed quite miserably, actually. To tell you the truth, the Quasar VX format failed. Not as bad as this, because the Quasar VX was actually sold in Japan back in 1975. So they actually, it was around for quite a few years, about, I'm gonna say about 3 or 4 years. But this guy, this was only available for 1 year. Incredibly rare machine. Let me go ahead and remove this. Okay, wow. Yeah, that is a very vintage looking machine. Very dirty as well. I do plan on cleaning this machine. Okay, so this is the back side. If you're not familiar with the older like televisions, they would have this material, which is actually made out of wood. It's sort of like a compressed wood product. It sort of has these holes for venting. It kind of looks like pegboard. You can still buy this material in the here now, and you can place this, for example, in your garages. So you can go ahead and hang with these metal hooks, like your tools, stuff like that. So yeah, that is what they use behind this machine. Wow, I can read something right here. This is very interesting. I'm kind of, wow, this machine is quite heavy. Okay. No, let me kind of turn my lights up. Hopefully that, oh yeah, that really helps. I actually have recessed lights that I installed in my studio apartment. Okay, it says right here, best results on MC6 with master at 3, mic on 3, monitor level at 3, board on low, mon output. Mon, I don't know what mon means. Maybe manual? I don't know. So this is like a label that somebody placed, letting you know it's like certain settings that would be the best for the best results. So yes, this is going to be quite a challenge to get it up and running. I can see right away that we have the antenna connections. This is VHF. Right there it says VHF, and right here it says UHF. Yes, UHF and VHF. Back in the old days when we still had the analog over the air broadcast. Now this seems to be like a tuner, a tuning dial that goes between, that would be channel 2 all the way to channel 13. This is regarding the UHF. Yeah, it's pretty loose. Let me see, like this right here. This box is actually was made. It was a custom made box, because back when this machine was sold, there was an option to either buy the console, which had the built-in television, and that was a huge console. I mean, I did see one being sold a few months ago, and I didn't even bid on it because I really don't have space for something like that. It's too big. It's way too big. But this is okay. It's not that big. I mean, it is quite big. It's like I'm gonna say like a small dishwasher size machine. I mean, I have had said that in my previous videos. The Cartrivision machines, they were pretty big. This, yeah, that's not getting there. They really use a lot of protective materials, which is wonderful. Okay, so this is the bottom of the machine. This is the bottom. So yeah, that is the bottom. That is in fact a plywood that was stained. I don't really like the looks of this box. I mean, I'll keep it, but I'm really thinking about probably getting a custom made housing for this machine, because it doesn't look that nice. I mean, but that's just me. Okay, so let me go ahead and remove it from this box. Okay. Wow. This has sort of like a garage smell to it, like kind of like a woody smell, kind of like an oil smell to it, which is pretty hard to explain via a video. Oh wow. Oh. Yeah, not very nice looking. For example, I never actually saw this particular image when I bought this machine. Yeah, this looks like it has these metal feet. They're sort of like the chairs, for the chairs, like for example, like stools, like bar stools. They would kind of hammer these down on there. Yeah, we have a bunch of nails. They're pretty rusted because yeah, they are pretty old, from back in 1972 and 1973. I mean, this machine right here is incredibly old. This is technically the oldest machine in my collection now, but I'm gonna do my best to get it up and running. This seems like it's 5/8 plywood. It's not 3/4. It's a little bit thinner. It's about 5/8 plywood. It seems like the bottom was not stained. I mean, there was really no reason to. I mean, look at this. You can still see the lines that were written when these holes were made with like a hole saw. I mean, this is, I know it's quite special, but I don't really kind of like the way it looks. It looks way too rustic for my liking. Let me try to get this machine upwards. It seems like the back panel's falling off. Yeah, it is. Oh wow, yeah, yeah, this is quite heavy. Listen to that, the old wood right there. Oh man. I mean, this is way heavier than my Quasar VX machine. Let me kind of show you where that machine is at. This is my that's not my latest purchase, because I have been buying quite a few machines. That's the box that I plan to open up on another video. I haven't even opened it yet. I did remove the screws around it, and I removed a single videotape out of it, and it's a 30-minute tape, which I thought didn't exist. I thought they had the 60-minute, as well as that would be the 60, 100, and 120. I didn't know that the 30-minute videotapes existed. That would be for the Quasar VX format. Anyways, let me get back to this. I kind of deviate with what I'm talking about, but I'll get back to it. Oh, let me kind of show you this right here. I mean, very well. This is sort of like a latch. I mean, look at those slot head screws. They don't really use slot head screws anymore. They mostly use the Phillips type. You kind of latch that back up. I mean, I can really smell this machine. It has a strong smell to it, sort of like that wood smell, that stain smell. Okay, so this is, yeah, I don't really like this color right here. I mean, it's sort of like a very faint grayish yellow to the stain. Yeah, I really don't like this box at all, but I mean, I'll keep it. All right, let me kind of flip this over. Oh, there you go. Well, that's not good. I just noticed. Let me get rid of my tripod. Well, I can kind of make this tripod smaller so I can kind of move it around. I just noticed something that it's never a good sign. I probably won't save this on my upcoming videos. I don't want to kind of freak people out. But I just noticed rat droppings. Yes, there might have been rats hanging around inside of this machine. So yes, I'm gonna have to clean it very well, and I might have to, for example, rewire this machine, because I know that the rats, they love chewing on wiring. Okay, hopefully you don't get too grossed out, but those little black things right there are in fact rat droppings. Yeah, I mean, it happens. I mean, okay. So this is the machine itself. Look at the inside of the, yeah, that doesn't look that nice. It's a very rustic made box. I think I told you via an email that this really looks like a haunted Annabelle doll box. It's not that very nice. Okay, So this is the huge video drum. I mean, look at that. That's my hand right there. It's bigger than my hand. I mean, this is way bigger than, for example, the Quasar VX format video drum, which would be pretty much like that size right there. Huge difference. Okay. Yeah, this is where you put the tapes in. Actually, I have not received the tapes yet. They were shipped out on a separate package, not via UPS, but via USPS. Those will be arriving on Monday. Okay, so this is where you put, yeah, this is incredibly dusty. I mean, insanely dusty, which I mean, I don't really mind. I mean, I really like how cleaning these machines, taking my time. I don't even want to touch that, because if I go ahead and touch that, it's gonna make a clean spot, and I'm gonna have to kind of clean the entire. I don't want to clean this right now because it's pretty late right now. It's actually it's around 7 p.m. I don't even want to start cleaning this machine. I really want to dedicate another day to this. Okay, now this is something very wonderful that I saw via an image before I purchased this machine. Look at this right here. That right there. Hopefully you can see that right there. That in fact says Cartridge Television Incorporated, 1080 North 7th Street, San Jose, California, 95112. I mean, literally, that's like a walking distance from my apartment. 7th Street, yeah, that's not far away. That's maybe like a 5-minute drive away from me. I mean, it's wonderful to know that this machine is back in San Jose. It was pretty much designed and built in San Jose way back in 1972. And actually, the person that bought this lives in Boulder, Colorado. It was actually shipped to him in Boulder, Colorado, way back in 1970. He told me he bought this in 1973, which means that he bought this machine during the end of its lifetime. By the time 1974 came around, these were no longer sold. They were no longer advertised. They no longer made, for example, the videotapes, which you actually place in here. Yeah, they're pretty. I mean, let me go ahead and do something that I don't know if anyone's ever done before. Which I mean, this is sort of like a very nice kind of like a preview video for one of my upcoming videos. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm just for fun, just for the heck of it, because I mean, I think this is a very fun hobby. Okay, now you're probably familiar with these guys. These are the Quasar VX format. I mean, these are in fact big. They're quite bulky, but I mean, the Cartrivision machines, they're even more bulkier. Okay, so technically the Cartrivision videotapes go in there, but let me go ahead and yeah, these don't fit in there. They're not compatible. This was made a long time after the Cartrivision format. This was actually made in 1975 in Japan. So that would be about 2 years later. I mean, about 2 years after this format failed,